Hi, I'm Sandra. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing classroom songs for procedures, management, welcome, circle time, carpet time, gathering time, welcome time, anytime you need to make your students feel welcome in your classroom, help them get to know the rules and procedures so you can be calm and cool all year long. Let's get started. Don't forget to take a second and hit the subscribe button. We want to keep making these videos to help teachers have the best experience possible in their classroom. First, I'm going to share a couple of hello songs. These work for any classroom in primary school. So it could be preschool, it could be homeschool, it could be music, library, art, any place where you want your students to come in and feel welcome in the classroom. One great way to do that is by singing a song. There's a lot of hello songs out there, so I'm going to give you some that are very short and simple that you can do quickly so you can get on with the important things you want to do in your class that day. This first song is a song that's also a name game. So it's a great one to play at the beginning of the year, and then you can shorten it or use it at different times to help your students feel welcome in your classroom. It's just called Hello, and then the student names. I'll just use the name Tommy. Hello, Tommy, and everybody sings it back to you. Hello, Tommy, and then you sing, how are you? How are you? And then you say, stand and wave hello. Stand and wave hello. Then sit down. Then sit down. So you'll make a quick and immediate connection with that child right at the beginning of class, which is really going to help them. If you have a student that can't stand, then change your words to smile and wave hello. And then repeat their name. Tommy, Tommy. The second way you can sing it is just having them stay and smile. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? Smile and wave hello, Jonathan. Now, when I say have them echo, that means you want everybody in the class to be singing that echo, not just the student. This is how you build classroom community, because we want to get everybody singing together, waving hello, standing and smiling. The second song that's easy to do that you might already know is just sung to the Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush. And so you can just say, this is the way we say hello, say hello, say hello. This is the way we say hello when we come to, and then fill in the class that you are. So you could say art class, library, Mrs. Jones, first grade, or preschool, or gathering time, or whatever word you want to put in there. Put some word in and just have everybody wave. Have them stay standing, and then you could call their names. Johnny, Elizabeth, Gabriel, Elijah, and then have them sit down when you sing their names. All right, let's get to some classroom procedure songs. This really helps. I use classroom procedure songs all the time to help my students know exactly what I want them to do. I also find that it helps me save my voice because I can sing it in my head voice or up in my little mouse voice. Line up, everybody line up. Or you can use it to chant and whisper. Line up, everybody line up, everybody line up. You can add some hand actions. Line up, everybody line up. So you're giving your students some visual and some oral cues. Use your softer voice, save that voice. You're going to need it all year long. Again, you can take the Mulberry Bush song. Instead of singing, this is the way we say hello, you can say, this is the way we line up, line up, line up, or march it. So they march to the line. This is the way we line up when we go to recess. You can do it tiptoeing. This is the way we line up. Change up the song after your students know it really well. It's going to keep them on their toes. You're also using it as an attention getter. So when you're first teaching this song, keep it very simple and repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, and use the same format. After about 10 times, that depends what kind of teacher you are. So for a music or art teacher, that may be first quarter. For a kindergarten or preschool teacher, that might be the first 2 weeks of school. Do it the same way. Then you can use it as a classroom management tool. Not only are you asking them to line up, but when you change your voice and you talk softer, you're using it for classroom management. So if you want them to line up quietly, you can then start tiptoeing. Line up, everybody line up. So you're giving them visual and oral verbal cues to change the mood and the temperature in the classroom. So instead of saying, all right, everybody, I want you to quietly line up, you are showing them what you want them to do. I found this to be an extremely effective and like a powerful tool that you can use in your classroom to keep things running smoothly all day long. So I hope you'll give that idea a try in your classroom. And I would love to know how that works for you, or if you have some ideas that can give us some more examples of how you show students using these simple chants and rhymes in your classroom to keep your classroom management nice and even. So you can change your voice with any of these songs and chants. You don't have to sing them. You don't have to be a singer to use these effectively in your classroom. The main thing is you're using your voice and rhyming little chants and songs to get your students' attention in a different way. So here is one that's really easy to put their work away and to line up. So it's super simple, and it's sung to Mary Had a Little Lamb. Students, put your work away, work away, work away. Students, put your work away and line up quietly. So you may be walking around and helping students at their different stations or at their desks, and then you could even start singing it as you're working with that students. Students, put your work away, and then you move. Work away, work away. Students, put your work away and line up quietly. And you may have to go help a student put their stuff away, or there might be some kind of issue, so you can still, students, put your work away, work away, work away. Students, put your work away, line up quietly. You can walk around and you can still do the management with your eyes, your body language. You can change your voice softly. Students, put your work away, work away, work away. Students, put your work away and line up quietly. In any classroom, it's really important to have some kind of birthday song or birthday chant or some kind of birthday celebration that you can do, because it's a really special day for younger children when it's their birthday. So today is your birthday. We're going to sing it to the wheels on the bus. Today is your birthday. Shout hooray, shout hooray, shout hooray. Today is your birthday. Shout hooray and have a happy birthday. So I've added in some hand actions you can use, or you can come up with your own. Today is your birthday. Shout hooray, shout hooray, shout hooray. Today is your birthday. Shout hooray and have a happy birthday. I know, I'm a singer and I like to sing the rules and procedures. Maybe you're not a singer, but you can always do these songs talking. One little classroom management song that I put together goes to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. There's many times in the year, at the beginning, after breaks, before breaks, when you want to have some special classroom management songs and chants or activities that you can do with your students to remind them of your procedures, your rules, and how we want to treat each other in the classroom. So I like to use songs because they're a good prelude to having a conversation, or they can be just a quick reminder on your expectations, what you're expecting in your classroom to happen. And that is the key to being a successful teacher, is having that good communication so your students actually understand what it is you want them to do and how you want the classroom to be. And if you want everyone to be kind, then we're going to help them learn how to be kind. We're going to show them how to be kind, and we're going to give them activities and opportunities to learn about how to be kind in their classroom. So I have just a simple little classroom management song to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. It goes like this. Keep your hands, feet, and words to yourself. Everybody sing it back to me. Keep your hands, feet, and words to yourself. If you want to be nice, then follow this advice. Keep your hands, feet, and words to yourself. That song can lead you into a really nice conversation about when it's important to be talking, when we're not supposed to be talking. How do you want your students to respond with talking in the classroom? Do they have to raise their hands? What are your procedures? So you can do a cute little song that gets the body moving, gets those endorphins up, everybody happy. Then you could say, crisscross, applesauce, hands in my lap. 1, 2, 3, 4, I can clap, and then everybody sits down. And then you could say, go into your conversation about your rules and procedures and what you want them to do. And then at the end, if they're getting wiggly, then say, let's do that song again. Can we do it faster? Keep your hands, feet, and words to yourself. Keep your hands, feet, and words to yourself. Okay, so it's just a fun way to teach and reaffirm what your expectations are in the classroom using a simple song or chant. All right, here is just a quick and easy standing up chant. 1, 2, 3, stand up for me. Hands and eyes, please. You could change, instead of stand up for me, you could say 1, 2, 3, line up for me. Hands and eyes, please. And I would use that when I'm standing where I want my students to come to me. So if you're wandering around the room, this wouldn't work for that. So you stand where you are. If you want to get them lined up very quickly, 1, 2, 3, line up for me. Hands and eyes, please. I would probably keep it very simple, just hands and eyes, please. And just have them tap their thighs and look at you, and then you can take them wherever you need to go. It's a really quick, fast lineup chant that helps you move the class out of a room or a place very quickly. You're sitting on the carpet with your students, and maybe they've come and they're very chatty. So you want an attention getter. Listen, please. My eyes are open. My ears are out. My hands and feet are quiet as a mouse. My eyes are open, my ears are out, my hands and feet, and then I would have them bring their hands down, just put them in their lap, are quiet as a mouse. If you need to repeat it, I try to use my voice inflection a little differently, so I would soften it and get softer as you go with it. My eyes are open, my ears are out. My hands and feet are quiet as a mouse. It's really nice to have a couple of attention getters. You want the students to get quiet. So this one is a quiet down chant, and it's also a breathing. So if you've been doing something really active, maybe you're doing a math, jumping, counting, dance type, or a brain break, or just come in from recess or another class, and you want to get everybody calm, it's okay to have some kind of chant you want to use for that. So you're going to take a deep breath up and blow it down to your toes. Now touch your head, your belly, your nose. Now sit down quietly with a clap, clap, clap. Hands are quiet in my lap. And the thing about this is you can make easy adjustments. The point is to have some kind of a calm down. Now let's take a deep breath in, blow it down to your toes, touch your head, your belly, breathe in again, your nose. Now clap, 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 and sit down quietly with hands in my lap. Another calm down chant that I've used is I just start talking about a tree. So we're going to take a deep breath up and move our arms, and we're a big tree. Oh. Put your right hand out that way and put your left hand out so they're going opposite. Stretch those limbs out. Feel the sunshine. Oh, and now the wind is blowing. Oh, it looks like rain. Pitter patter, rain. It's falling down into my roots. I better sit down and be very quiet. It doesn't have to rhyme. It can just be a just real calm down, connect to nature moment. And then they can go on and do the next thing you have ready for them. There's another song that I like to use, and it's just I'm following the leader in the line. If you're working with preschool or kindergarten, this is a fun activity you can do. Just going to have them walk around outside of your classroom, or if you have great weather, you can go outside and you can just chant it. You're going to have them march. I'm following the leader, leader, leader. I'm following the leader in the line. My hands and feet are quiet, quiet, quiet. My hands and feet are quiet in the line. And then you can practice with them stopping and seeing how quiet everybody can be. It is a good idea to tell them how you want them to stand. So there's this, I've seen like the genie, there's behind the back, there's attitude. You know, find a way you want to have the students stand when they're in line, and be sure to use some silent cues. So you might want to use for lining up. This could be walk in a circle. So come up with some things that go with your songs and chants. Keep them very simple so you don't have to think. It's great to have the posters. You can project them and teach, and a little cards with a ring around it so you can have handy. But it's best if you do it simple enough that you can remember and you don't have to refer to that while you're teaching. Classroom management can be easy if you find and use the things that work for you with your students that give them the visual and the verbal oral cues so they know what they're supposed to be doing. It's really important to try and help each of your students get the idea of what you're saying, and so some are going to get it visually, some are going to get it by listening, some are going to get it by reading those words, and others are going to get it by actually moving and doing it. So as you notice, most of these have a movement component to it, and that's because I personally feel that movement helps the children remember. It also gives them a chance to breathe and use those muscles and get the brain making some connections to what they're learning. Thanks so much for watching this video. I am hoping that it helps you with your classroom management in your classroom so you can be a successful teacher and feel good about what you're doing every day and helping your students learn and grow. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Let's keep kids moving and learning with music.